it all starts from there. And you need someone to explain to you. So, there are those people who say, I don't have friends. I play alone. You are a danger to yourself because umuno umutausalanda, like I was saying. So there are those people who would say that they don't need a friend, I'm all by myself, I'm good, I'm cool, I don't need nobody, I'm okay like this, I don't like friends, I don't like people. Hey, remember that God blesses us through people. God's blessings are through people. God will not come down from heaven and say, Mwana wanje nomba naisa, I don't know, chitefi. He will use people. God will not come down from heaven and with a strong voice and say, now let's get started with this. He will use people. The same people you are avoiding, the same people you don't want to greet, the same people you have an attitude with, are the same people that God is going to use. Are the same people that God is going to use to bless you, to rescue you, to deliver you, to save you, and to serve you. But why do you want to raise your ego and say, I have goods, I have money, I have a car, I have a house, I eat good. Mayo, mukafua infue ibi, tata mukafua infue ibi. You need somebody. You need someone. Let us stop this attitude of, I can do it all by myself. That's why you are at that level, because you have failed to engage people. So, Moses did not give up. He was persistent and faced that Pharaoh. No, that's why, if, for instance, you yourself, you go to war, because you don't have a Moses, you go to war, you not even know what you need to carry, you not even know the equipment to use, the tools to use to fight. But listen, that's why the Moses is important in our life, or the Moses are important in our lives, because they are equipped by God more than us. The grace is different. Their understanding is different. Their perception of things, the approach of things are different. They have gone ahead of us. They are different. Everything is, they are ahead of us. So in almost everything is different. How they do things, it is not the experience, but it is the equipment that God has put in them for war. But if we look, we read the whole Genesis, you know that God equipped Moses. He didn't just say, no, God will send you with equipments. That's why when the children of Israelites, I don't know, it should be in 13. God was upset. He was like, tell these people, why are they crying to me? Pick up your rod. Go forward. These Moses we have, they have something that you might not have. You might have money, you might have physical things, but you might be missing a spiritual thing that they carry. The Moses, this guidance, they lesson things for us. That Pharaoh, Moses was able to face that Pharaoh. Why? Because he was equipped. He was equipped for war and to war. Inasmuch as God hardened his heart many times. We know. But guess what? Victory was guaranteed because Moses was sent by God. That Moses you are rejecting is your midwife who is sent by God, but you are rejecting them. Who is your Moses? who is your Moses. So he was persistent. Moses was persistent. Even in our day-to-day life. You know, we are where we feel now. But your Moses, that guy, that parent in the Lord, will be able to stand for you and with you and pray with you in silence and for you in silence. And sometimes it's not even prayer. Sometimes it is physical. You will not have that caliber of confidence to enter certain offices, but they will do that for you. You know, so we also have to know that when Moses had to to face that Pharaoh, okay, it was there were a lot of setbacks. That and these setbacks are the things that have caused a lot of people to stop praying. But guess what? The good part is God was still insisting and telling Moses to say, oh, I'll harden the heart of Pharaoh. Yes, but guess what? The victory was guaranteed. Victory was guaranteed. Okay? So victory was guaranteed. A lot of people, because of the negligence of wanting to be in any never feneka fie, koma feneka. Now, you don't have even tomato, you don't have even sugar, you can't even humble yourself and, you know, swallow your pride and just go even at your neighbor or to your neighbor and say, Natubudisha, you know. We're kindly asking. I know in developed countries there isn't anything like moyalombako paneba, you ask for salt, sugar from your neighbor and all that. My sovere, my mwene. But I know in my country, you know, you can ask from your neighbor. You can ask for mealie meal or corn meal. You can ask for a favor. You can ask for charcoal. Abana balala ensala panganda because of your pride. But you don't have. So, the setbacks have caused a lot of people to stop praying. Some even confess that there is no God. Why? Because you've neglected your Moses. You can't see that. Because they have done all they could. If you had a Moses, you would have done what? That thing you are even crying for or about would have been already sorted out. We are not saying that God cannot use you to speak or to do things or to manifest but grace yenayari pusana. You know. So, who is your Pharaoh? You might have your own Pharaoh. And that Pharaoh will only need that Moses to overcome. We only need that Moses you are rejecting. Sometimes even just biological parents. Sometimes even just the siblings. I know I've talked about the spiritual aspect, but also even the physical aspect. You have rejected your parents. You don't want to hear anything from your parents. They are correcting you, controlling you. This step. When you step here, you'll be burnt. They say, umuriro ushingiri abakuru taocha. So let us learn to listen from elders. They can be our Moses. They can rescue us from that Pharaoh. They can rescue us from that mess. Who is your Moses? That Moses can be your biological parent, your physical guidance. But your mayo moyo tamwa pita kuskulu mayo na mwebo ifo fweba pita kuskulu ifo nomba tifo ba Gen Z ifo nomba na ba XZ ngaponga kwali bana ba XZ nangu XY generation tulimo. You need to be sharp, you need to be alert, and you need to be we need to be sharp, alert, and be. Our eyes and our ears must be open, and these are spiritual and physical. Not school chitira mufie chintu because everyone is doing it. Mayana mo tamwapitire ku school imwe mwasambirire mu standard 1. But guess what? As long as you don't have the years they have, you have no caliber or audacity to say they know nothing. They might have not given birth to you, but as long as they are ahead of you in one way or another. It is not only about school. It is not only about ukikala pe deski. It is not. So, who is your Pharaoh? Identify your Pharaoh. That Pharaoh can be overcome through the Moses you are rejecting. Because bamayona batata tabe de ikala buino. Because there's this and this in you have your own way of doing things and thinking and it's just, I don't even know what I can say. And this is especially even youths, because you are maybe that same level, that same position. Why? Because of you have rejected your Moses. Let us stop doing that. Let us stop doing that. That's why you keep envying people, being jealous of people who have acknowledged that, who have stopped ignorance to get into them. They've captured the importance of having someone somewhere. A friend can be a Moses. A friend can be a Moses. But you just overlook anybody and anyone just because you have everything. It doesn't work like that. So, don't fight your own name. This is deep, right? I'm not going to say it. We're going to cut this one. Let me not go there. Or maybe I say it. So Moses could have not done it without the backing up of God. Moses could have not done it without the backing up of God. That's why I said the grace, these men and women of God have a different grace that we cannot do, we cannot handle, or we cannot have. Lesala pela grace ya psana psana. And that is why, even if you might be praying for something for years, you might be doing something for years, it could be in business, you might be incurring a lot of losses, but maybe if you take it to somebody who knows better, or just one advice will sort out everything. Why can't you humble yourself and listen? Who is your Moses? You have to find out. And I believe as we are getting closer to finishing this lesson, you have to start finding out, who is my Moses? Do I have a Moses? If you don't have, I postulate that you have a Moses. So if Moses was not backed up by God, it could have not been possible for him to rescue the Israelites, the children of Israelites, from Egypt, Gatakwadi, from that bondage, from that affliction, from that limitation. It can only take God, and nobody and no man but God. So that Moses, that man of God, they can be, of course, servants of God and Shan, but also assess, are they carrying God genuinely? Is God in them? Are they used by God? Is it that they submit to God, or they just sacrifice? Do they obey God, or they just sacrifice? Or maybe they're just, fans. That's deep, right? You need a Moses. The name of the Lord cannot disappoint you. That's why Moses was backed by God. The name of God. God. His name can never disappoint us. So, what name are you using to fight your battle? This is the last question I'm leaving with you. What name are you using to fight that battle? Are you using the name of God just by mouth and not with understanding? Because you need deeper understanding of who is this God? What can he do? You need this name. God. Who is this name? Who is this God I carry? There is power. A different power, a different grace when you understand the name that is behind what you are doing, that has sent you, that is behind, that is fighting for you. What is the name you are using to fight your battle? There are other people who are using different names. Amashinaya pusana pusana, bambi turubi, bambi different images, bambi this and that. Guess what? Oh, the dog wants his Moses. The dog wants his Moses. You see, if the dog is looking for his Moses, what about you woman and man, or you human? You need a Moses. Let's remove pride. If you do youths, you need a Moses. Young, old, we need a Moses. We need a Moses in one or another. So, from Blessed TV, we are saying and asking this question: who is your Moses? And we are ending with, what name are you using to fight that battle? I use the name of God, the name of Jesus Christ. I don't know about you. And I use this name, God, with understanding. The God I carry, I understand him. I know what he's able to do for me. But you need a Moses. 2, you need a Moses. Shalom, shalom. God bless. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Ask them, who is their Moses? Do they have their Moses? If you have your Moses, maybe you can comment or leave us a comment saying, I have a Moses. If you do not have, maybe you want more information about it, you can also tell us to say, we need more information about who is this Moses. What do you really mean? So that maybe we can do more over the teaching. God bless you and shalom, shalom. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Do well to share the message and just see to it that your friend, your parent, your cousin, your relative should have a Moses. It is important. Ifilumba tefisuma. Yeah. Thank you so much. You need a Moses. Who is your Moses? You need a Moses. Who is your Moses? Hallelujah.